A group of heroes manages to seal the reverse dungeon. That should stop the calling for now. But it's only a matter of time. Unless the Demon King is defeated, the world will eventually be swallowed up by it. Still, one of the heroes remains hopeful. Someday, someone will carry on their will and save the world. Yes, someday a new hero will appear. In the present, Yuk and his party are fighting an enemy. Yuk is the support member. He doesn't engage in direct combat but assists the team throughout the battle. They are the A-rank party known as Thunderpike. Together, they take down a Hydra with ease. Their individual abilities are outstanding, but above all, their teamwork is god tier. They are truly living up to their A-rank status, and their livestream has drawn over 1 million viewers. Their popularity is through the roof. But Yuk has had enough. He informs the party that, as of that day, he is leaving Thunder Pike. He doesn't believe the compensation is being divided fairly. He's brought it up time and again, but nothing changes. His share from today's quest is pathetic. At this rate, he will fall into debt. His party tells him that while adventurers may operate in parties, they're still individuals. Of course, the compensation is adjusted based on each member's contribution. He doesn't even fight, he just burns through their supplies. They say he should be grateful he's getting a cut at all. He's only useful when setting up their live streams since they cannot operate the streaming artifact themselves. If he wants better pay, he should contribute more. And besides, what is he going to do after leaving them? He will not survive in another party. He's only B rank because his childhood friend pulled some strings. Even so, they let him join their A rank party. They will be fine without him. No one's going to miss him. But Yuk stands firm. He thanks them for the past 5 years, but then reminds himself that he's the one who's been supporting them. They should be thanking him. The others just tell him he can come crawling back later, but there won't be a place for him anymore. There's still time to say it was all a joke. But Yuk is done. He says he's not putting up with it any longer, and walks away. Then he heads to the Adventurers Guild to sign up for new work. He fills out a form listing his class as Red Mage and Alchemist. He explains that he can enhance and weaken targets, use items to support party members, act as a middle guard, and even handle filming and editing streams. But before they can even post his request, a girl named Marina approaches him. She thanks him for his instruction during Adventurer preliminary training. It's been half a year since then. When he tells her he's looking for a party, she immediately invites him to join hers. The other 2 party members have no objections, but they ask if he's really sure. After all, they're just a D-rank party starting out. As a B-rank adventurer, there's not much he would gain from teaming up with them. But he says that's not a problem. In fact, it actually suits him better. A-rank parties take on high-level quests and dungeons, and with the cost of items he had to go through, he was constantly in debt. D-rank quests should offer a better balance between cost and reward. So anyway, do they have any plans for today? They tell him they have accepted a quest to collect magic iron ore from the abandoned mine dungeon. He recalls that there are several mining spots on the 6th floor where magic iron ore can be found. However, since they don't want to fight the boss on the 5th floor, they decide to begin their descent from the 4th floor. On the way, Yuk realizes they're doing everything exactly the way he taught them, but for now he says he will take the lead. Even though he taught them that if a party didn't have a thief or scout, the toughest sword mage should go first, he's carrying an artifact called a detecting lantern, which when used with a special alchemical oil he made, lets them spot traps as easily as an experienced thief. And since he made the oil himself using alchemy, it doesn't cost much either. Then he reminisces about how this was the first dungeon Thunder Pike entered as well. Soon after, he detects enemies ahead and a battle breaks out. He casts 3 types of physical enchant on his teammates, making it easy to take down the enemies. After the fight, he notices something. They are still following everything he taught them. They stick faithfully to the basics. Then they encounter even more enemies. That's when the party's mage, Rain, casts a powerful spell that wipes them all out. Yuk is impressed by the scale of it. It probably drained a lot of her mana, so he casts a spell to restore it. It's an extremely rare spell that only red mages can use. Just having it in your arsenal is enough to get into A-rank parties. Yuk explains that red mage is a pretty obscure job, so over time he picked up a few tricks to make himself more valuable. After that, he suggests they take a break and refuel before they start mining for magic iron ore. He pulls out an artifact that allows him to cook even inside a dungeon. The girls are amazed. Apparently, they hadn't brought any real food, at least nothing as fancy as the soup he prepares for them. While eating, the girl named Silk comments that the food feels like it's wrapped in mana. Yuke explains that, in a broad sense, cooking is a form of alchemy. Since they will be mining soon, he packed the meal with some extra care, enough to help them stay energized and avoid fatigue. Once they reach the 4th floor, they find they have to defeat the monsters there in order to mine the magic iron ore from their bodies. The mining spot turns out to be pretty impressive. They should be able to gather a good amount. Once again, Yuke uses his support spells to make the battle much easier, and afterward, he even replenishes the mana the girls spent while trying out new abilities. Then he starts mining. The girls want to help, so he tells them they can gather the bits of ore that fall off. When they finish, they realize they are still a little short on ore. Yuke suggests they take on the floor boss and head down to the 6th floor. But the floor boss is known as the Novice Slayer. The girls are not confident they can handle it. Yuke says he will take it on alone. He wants to show them that he can be useful, but the girls insist they have already seen just how amazing he is. Still, he says there's a lot more he can do. Just outside the boss room, he pulls out a recording artifact. He explains that he records all of his floor boss battles. Marina suggests that instead of just recording, he should livestream it. It seems like fun. Before they start, Yuke asks what their party is called, but it turns out they don't have a name yet. They haven't even officially registered as a party, so they decide to choose one now. They settle on the name Clover. Each of the 3 leaves represents one of the 3 girls, and Yuke is the lucky 4th leaf. Everyone loves it. Clover's very first livestream will be Yuke's solo battle against the floor boss. The girls don't mind just watching. The fight is crazy. Yuke casts 5 weakening spells on the boss until it can barely move, making it light work for him. The girls are blown away. They have never seen anything so impressive. That monster should fetch a high price. They will let the guild handle dismantling it. Yuke tells the girls they will all take on the next one together. Not every challenge will go as smoothly as this. Then they open the treasure chest the boss was guarding, and it has just enough ore to complete their first quest.